everybody, this is Living Dread Girl with Locks, Knots, and Stitches, episode 5. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you do everything you can do to make your day as awesome as possible. So I'm here in Rochester, New York with my son, 3 dogs, 4 cats, boa constrictor, and 1 surprise, which I will go on later on in the podcast in the animal section. You can find me on Ravelry at SparklingWater000, Instagram as demolition_Debbie_199, and the best way to contact me is at locksnotstitches@gmail.com. Yay, I'm excited. First off, I apologize, I'm a week late. Last Thursday I was super busy. I'll tell you why shortly. And then I thought maybe I could do it Saturday, but then again, really busy. We ran a bunch of errands, and then I had to help a friend paint and get their house ready for renting it, and then I was taking care of things at my house, so I was just like, you know what, we'll just wait a week and that should be good. But yeah, it's been kind of busy, but it's a good busy. Got my overtime in. Be working more overtime, as I'd mentioned previously. It is warm, but I love tea and coffee, so I'm drinking that. So some administration things. I am not that great at Ravelry. I apologize. They had an app. I think it was Stash to Go. I did not like it. I think it was specifically my phone that I was having so many problems with, so I just kind of scrapped it. So I'm not that good about Ravelry and using it like I should, so you won't find my projects on there necessarily. You'll find a few, but not many. It's just hard for me to use. I have been better at Instagram, so that might be a tool to use. And you can always email me, and obviously you'll see everything here. But Instagram, other than here, is probably the better tool. I'm slowly getting better at this social media thing, so bear with me. But yeah, so that's about it. I have no groups on Ravelry yet. Again, I don't use it enough to even think about using a group, so it is what it is right now. But you know, so I'm drinking. This is not a loose leaf tea, believe it or not. Normally that's what I get, but I'll show you. It is Numi organic tea. This is gunpowder green. This is full leaf smooth green teeth pearls. Put that down for a minute. So okay, just putting the box together. So that's the tea. It's one of my favorite brands of tea. It's medium caffeine. I usually like high, but I wanted the flavor. So yeah, I'll show you the one side. But yeah, it's pretty good stuff. And then my favorite little country mug I like. Alright, so charity stuff. I believe, dropping everything over here. It is a hot mess. So I believe I showed you that I barely cast it on. It's this yarn, which is the Lion brand Sussex City Tweed. So let me show you the label. Oh. And so this is the yarn. I'm on ball number 3. It is 64 yards, 113 grams, 4 ounces, 59 meters. So, and it's, oh, I'm sorry, it is a bulky, excuse me, got a little bit of the nose itchies. Oh, number 6 bulky. It calls for a 9mm crochet hook and knitting needle. So let me show you the hot mess that is the yarn. It just kind of falls out. I don't really have a strong table to wind stuff in, so if I can avoid trying to wind it, I don't wind it. So there it is, and these are the, oops, those are 9mm needles. So that stitch marker is about where we were the last time I podcasted. And let me try it now. So if I uncurl it, that's how big it is. And I'll show you the pattern that's going on right there. I think that's called the leaves or something. Try to show you a little bit. So it starts off a little bit and then it grows, and then I'm stopping, and then I'm going to turn it upside down and come down the other side when I well, obviously it's not, that's how it's going to appear. Like it comes up here and stops, and the opposite side's going to come down. So but I think it's a pretty, sorry, trying to figure out which way I have to pull it, but I think it's pretty cool, and I think just a simple design. The rest of it is just, oops, wrong way, stockinette stitch, as you can see. I cannot talk about the stitch marker. I can show you it though. Can't really talk much about it because it's not a real stitch marker. Something from my company, and they were discontinued, so I took them since they thrown them away, and so can't really talk much. We can have them, but we give them out when they discontinued. But I can't really talk about it because it's obviously they don't make it to sell like that necessarily. I mean, you can go in there and buy them when we have them, and you come grab them when we have them, but it's not for me to promote or sell, so I cannot talk about that. It is cute, so I used it. The paw print. But that was my cherry baby blanket. So hopefully I'll get that done soon. So on to FOs. Not many. I got the socks done. No sock blockers, sorry. So they're pretty cool. But, and I did wear them, but they're big. I guess I overestimated what I would need. Here's the other sock. I like the height on them, but I don't know. They're a little big, a little loose, shouldn't say. I think probably go down to a 2.25mm hook from now on, and maybe a little bit less stitches. I did 64, so maybe 62, maybe. So we'll see. But they are big, but they are pretty cool. And that was in the deep hue C. Excuse me, and that was the Caribbean colorway. I will, oops, wrong side. I will put that picture right up here for you. And the next thing I finished was a lace work swatch. I had mentioned that prior. Didn't really get far in swatches, but I did get the lace swatch done. It was fairly quick and easy. It was pretty simple, and this is, some people call it the pineapple lace. So it was pretty cool. I used I used 2.25 millimeter crochet hook, and I will show you the yarn. I'm going to pull it back so you can see its true color. Well, maybe not. But it is sage and Aunt Lydia's crochet thread. So that was pretty cool. Pretty cool to work with. I'll definitely be doing more lace swatches as such. I thought this would be pretty cool to put in a picture frame and hang it up. I'll probably use this pattern, maybe, it was a free pattern I believe on YouTube. I'll put the link down below for you. And I'll put the link on screen, sorry. But it's pretty cool. Just trying to learn more crochet, or more lace work, regardless if it's crochet or knitting. I am faster at crochet, so I tend to go for the instant gratification, especially when learning something more of a like lace work, so it's not necessarily crochet or knitting thing, it's either or. So that's it for all my finished objects. Not much going on. But I've been busy. So we'll move on to my WIPs. And I had talked about wanting to start a shawl for myself. I hope I did. Or maybe I just talked about it with myself. But regardless. So I picked a pattern. I will show you the pattern. So disorganized right now. At least my pattern's disorganized. Okay. I will put a picture, color picture up for you for the shawl. You can find it on Ravelry too as well. The Evening by Parish Drops, so shawl. They called for, it's a lace shawl, because I love lace work. They called for baby alpaca silk. Unfortunately, I just haven't even been to the yarn store, the Black Pearl. No time. They were closed for the holiday, the 4th of July holiday that passed. So, but I haven't been there. Once that overtime paycheck kicks in, I'll definitely be spending more money than I need to be. I just want to read something off this pattern for you. So I've been having a hard time with this pattern. And it says right here, we take, and I'm not knocking on the pattern, I just wanted to be clear. It was just, there is something off in the way I translated the pattern. So, we take pride in providing patterns that are correct, and easy to understand. All patterns are translated from Norwegian, and you can always check the original pattern for measurements and calculations. If we get a report of a potential error, we will review the pattern as soon as possible and make corrections if necessary. This will normally be done within 2 to 3 days. If no correction is made, it means that we couldn't find any error / mistake. We then recommend you get in contact with your local, no, I'm making stuff up here. We then recommend you to get in contact with the store where you bought your yarn and try to get help in the forums. So, I did not try to get help like that. I just have I don't know, it's just a really hard time. But it's okay. Excuse me. You live and learn, right? I mean, if there was someone, if I ever made it to Tuesday night crochet, knit and crochet night, maybe I could get help then, but anyways, talk about that later. Here is what I have so far. Everything worked out up until I started to get to this top part, right? So we're good on this side, right? It's beautiful lace too, look at it. And then I get this because my counts are off somehow. I've been counting and counting and counting and counting. I can't figure it out. So, but I'm not sure if I'm just going to keep going with it or if I should just stop. I almost want to keep going with it and just, I know this edge isn't going to look right, but I mean, who knows, maybe it'll look fine. But yeah, so that's it. I love this lace work though. Look how pretty that is. Can't wait for that to be blocked out. And I'll show you. So I lost the yarn label. I just had it, but it's, here's that bluish color that I have no idea what it's named, but it's Baby Bee, I don't know. This is the yarn. Put it up where you can see. And then this colorway, oh, is Neutral Multi slash 326. So and then I think I'm going to fade it out into this one, and this is Sunny 5003. So I'll put it up close so you can see, like, there's a little like white and yellow. So, and I thought that would go well, had some brightness to it. So we'll see. And then to get, I remember I did talk about gauge swatches, and to get gauge, you know, I just started to do the swatch and I realized I was not going to get as close as I should have. So I pulled out the swatch, but I was pretty close. And it called for a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. I had 3.75. And then I had a .125mm crochet hook. Let me hold it better for you. So, this is not my favorite style. I can just show you the little hook. I like the inline cut. I like those better, but I'm getting the hang of it. So I guess I have to buy a 3.5mm crochet hook, and some of the other lace work I was looking at, I need a 1. I just might buy some crochet hooks for lace. I did get a 1mm crochet hook, and I think that's the Clover brand. It's really nice. Really nice. Comes with a little cover so it doesn't break. So that was pretty cool. Alright, and then the next one, I'm almost done, but this is a sewing project. I had some problems with my sewing machine, and I just kind of like had to step away, and then I'll go back to it. But, you know, I definitely learned some things that I'm going to do differently, and I'll show you in a minute. So this is a bag. Remember it started off like this, and it was all this color, and then I was just adding the fabric to it. And then this is the back. And I think I watched a movie while I did this. This is pretty cool. There you go. And so I just have as you can see, like this, just this side to sew up, and then I'm done. As you can, I'll just show you all the pins. But anyways, so I'll show you the middle. So I thought that was a lot of fun. So it was just fun to make my own project bag. It was like, ooh, so excited. So it was a lot of fun. So that was a lot of fun. I bought a bunch more of these types of bags in different sizes to make more project bags for myself in Notion bags. I will show you those just so you can see the style or what they look like. So here's a big one. And so this time I think I'm gonna cut to make this a lot easier. I'm not sure where I'm gonna cut, but I'm gonna cut it and then do it. And I'll show you one other one. So it's like, so some of these ones are already, and there's like $1. Some of these ones already come with a print on it. So the ones with the print, I'm just going to line the insides and do it that way. That was pretty cool. And then, and that is it for my, oh, there's one more whip. I'm sorry. Not exactly it. I did a little bit more work on my son's sweater. Not much. There's the, yeah, so not much. Not much got done. But it ain't cold out, so I'm not worried. dropping stuff here. Okay. Wait, so stash enhancement. Obviously I'm making my my project bags, and I bought a bunch of different ones from the dollar store to make them out of. But I found this at the dollar store. It's a little notion bag. This one I'm going to use for my crochet stuff. And I just put my little, I fill up my little tin. Stuff I need. Got my little scissors. I'm good to go. So, and then randomly I found some charms at Walmart that really like $1.50 or something like that. I'm going to use them as stitch markers. So. I hope that's focusing. It's so cute. And there's a little seahorse. I love seahorses. Had to get it. And that's a little elephant. Just thought that was cute. Like I said, I had the stuff to make my own stitch markers. And obviously I get stuff from work, but I just thought these were so cute. So let me show the last one. Alright. Oh, I think I got it. Stitch markers or progress keepers. So this is, so you got a little diamond stub, scissors, and then a sewing machine. So I thought that was great. And then, to make the next project bag, I just bought magnets. So I'm going to sew those in. I'm going to try magnets. I'm also going to try some drawstring, which I'll just crochet a drawstring. But some of the fabric I got, again, these I thought were pretty cool. And so I want to line it with really kind of crazy fabric. I think I might buy some plain fabrics to line some of them in, just because, so I can have some project bags that aren't so overwhelming with all your stuff in them. So that's an idea. Alright, let me check my notes real fast so I can easily get off track. Okay, so what is new? One thing, I have not been to the crochet and knit nights, Tuesday nights, because Thursday nights I have roller derby obligations or I'm working overtime, so I can't make the one at my favorite place, the Black Pearl. But there is a community knit night in the center of the city of Rochester, actually downtown, and it's Tuesday nights, and I'm usually beat. I was like, well, I'll just take a nap and then I'll go. And that nap turned me to waking up the next day and going to work. So unfortunately, that's not working out the way I would like. And I understand the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, but I'm going to keep trying. Maybe I am insane. So I did, believe it or not, I did something on Tuesday with somebody, so that was pretty cool. We were supposed to go hiking, but we were so late, and I'm an hour away from where they were, that by the time I got there, it was so late. But at least I know where I'm going now, and that we can actually try it again. But we hung out with the dogs and had a good time. So that was a lot of fun. So I did do something different on my Tuesday, so it was something. I wasn't sleeping, so that's a good thing. Excuse me. Get some more tea here. Alright. I will be casting on some socks, but let me show you what's I don't know if you hear that, it's the dog outside barking. But okay, so some of the new things or things I'm learning, kind of combining those two, is Very Pink Knits. Put out a new pattern. I bought it today and printed it out. It's called the Sling Heel Socks. If you look at it, it's pretty cool, right? And it's an inch. It uses a German short rose, and it's in a better fit. And she does it in DK weight and sport weight. Oh, and fingering weight too. So that's interesting. I think I'm gonna try it in the DK weight first, and then go down to the sporting weight. So I'll be casting, or sporting weight. I'm gonna do the DK weight and the fingering weight. There we go. And I'll show you. So for myself, it's this, that, and this is Pat and Croy's, and it's a blue stripe rag. That's the colorway. Not good at this. Where am I at in the camera? And then the other one, this is Premier Yarns. So this is just Premier Yarns. And this is just black. So that's pretty cool. So this is going to be like the toes and heels and cuff. And then this stuff will be the middle. And then for my son, we're going to do these two. That's what he wanted. And this one is coming up blue, but it's actually purple. And it's called Violet. And this is the wool-like. Wool-like. Oh, loops and thread yarn. And it's super fine. This is a 3.5 millimeter. Oh, it says 3.5 or 2.27 hooks. So the 3.5 is a crochet, 2.27 is the knitting needles. I'll probably use it 2.25. But so this is the, oops, my face. This is the violet. That'll be the He said heel and toe, no cuff, or no color change for the cuff. And this one is, ooh, this says it's charcoal. My face again. So we'll see. And then as for the DK weight, I was thinking about going a little crazy. And using this. Not sure which way to go. Should probably turn this so you can see it. Let me tell you, this one first is tangerine. It is 4 ounces, 115 grams, 377 yards, 345 meters. It is 60% acrylic, 40% polyamide. But I wanted to try these first. I never did that pattern. It is an $8 pattern. My first paid for pattern, yay! I think her patterns are pretty well written, and she has like all those tutorials, so I was like, yeah, cha-ching! You know, I'll buy that. Then this one is Lemonade. And it's the same thing, just lemonade. So I thought they would be cool together. Kind of crazy. Alright. And like I said, I still plan on doing the brioche learning. I should have a little extra time the rest of this week to do that. Not so much next week. But, and then I think, so I'm going to start the socks, definitely casting those on ASAP. And put some more work into my blankets and my son's sweater. So, you know, quite a bit of projects, but I'll slowly get them done. Keeps me busy. Don't plan on, like I said, I really don't plan on buying any more yarn because I have plenty. I want to get more baby blankets and more charity stuff. Baby blankets, shawls. I might even remake this one again from my first episode. This was a nice knit, and I thought this would be beautiful if, I think, excuse me, I want to knit my son a scarf in this, because it's not, like, I know people assign femininity and masculinity to things, but I think it's pretty neutral. Like, it's just a fun shape, so I definitely might do that shawl for a guy too. I don't really care either way, but you know, some people do have assigned gender roles to certain pieces of clothing, and that's their choice. But yeah, so hopefully I'll get that other shawl finished, and I definitely want to make one more lace shawl for myself. I think I might even drop down to a fingering weight, but hopefully by then I'll have worked overtime and can buy the yarn I like. So I think I'm gonna do more research into some of the patterns and make sure, and just kind of like see who's writing them. And it is hard when people translate from a different language. You know, I'd rather have it in its original language, but I don't know Norwegian, so kind of stuck there. So I have to go onto the website and check for the corrections, and even then I'm still confused about that pattern. But, you know, it's live and learn, and, you know, now I know, and maybe I can fix it, and maybe I can't, but I can always revamp it if need be. But that's okay. Let's see what else on my notes here. Okay, so let me talk about, it's kind of a two-part thing, but let's just show you the snake shed. He did shed, which is maybe good. Where am I at? Alright. This, we're going this way. So he did shed, yay, all one piece. I did check, it's all kind of crumbled up though. I didn't catch it in time, so I was leaving him alone. But I wanted to, I don't know if I can show you. But the two eye pieces are there. Here, no wait a minute, here and there. So those are the things you check for. I'm going to check them over for any pieces of stuck shed. But it's still all in all a very good shed. So that's pretty cool. And so I thought that was great. And also, so we got the baby bearded dragon. Yay! I will put a picture right up here for you of him. My son named him Mugen. So now everyone may do this, and this is fine if they don't, but we had got the snake a while back, and we had planned on taking him to the vet just for a vet visit to establish a vet and establish a baseline for him. And then we got the beardied, and we decided, well, we might as well go right now and get them checked. Well, the snake checked out okay. I brought in a fecal sample. By some stroke of luck, he pooped right before the vet appointment. We put that in a doggy poop bag. Because snakes don't poop that often, especially this guy. And the beardy, we took him and he pooped right there for them, so they had a fresh sample, which was awesome. He ended up having Coccidia. Now, it comes in different forms for different species. It does kind of compromise the immune system, which is the issue. So an animal can have it for years. It's until something else ails the pet that this gets out of control and can be harmful. So instead of waiting for that to happen, you know, obviously that's why I took in the stool samples, and so we're treating him. Well, unfortunately, we had this great tank design, which I will show right there, with all his wonderful like hides and blah blah blah, and that had to all go because when he poops, like even though we're giving him medicine, he can reinfect himself. So I have all his stuff soaking in an ammonia water-based solution to clean it all off, and we just clean the tank every day. He's on paper towels, and I'll show you a picture right there. So poor guy. I'm gonna get him cardboard pieces so he can kind of climb and have hides, and that I can just throw them away. And hopefully that'll help him out a bit so he's not as bored. I feel bad for him, but you know, it's like a 2 to 3 week period of kind of, I call it the quarantine phase. just to get him better. He had his first 2 doses of medication, then in 2 more weeks he'll have his second 2 doses. So, you know, by the time I podcast next, we should be on the last phase of the quarantine. But, you know, just for his safety, you know, we want his immune system up to fight off any other ailments. So that's what we did. But he's a very cute guy and awesome guy, so we're very happy, and I think it's worth it. It's, you know, I just love animals, so, and I want to take care of him, and he doesn't have access to his natural habitat to eat certain things to help eradicate the stuff that might ail him, so I have to provide that for him. So the vet. And, you know, the snake, you know, we have him checked out. He's very healthy, you know, and he was very good at the vet, surprisingly. It was interesting. He's definitely a male character, especially for a baby. But even more so, he literally went in the shed. His eyes were blue. And I was like, uh-oh, I gotta go to the vet today. This is when you go in the shed. So he was a little upset, but then we take him out of his tank. He's like, oh. And, you know, the funny thing is, I put him in a sheet. Not a sheet, a pillowcase, and we took him to the vet, and we take him out, and I'll show you a picture right here. Now he's a boa constrictor. He's possible super hypo, Panamanian, hypopanamanian mom. I think it's the mom. Let me check. So here you go. 2016. It was October. Possible super hypo. Hypopanamanian male, that's his father, and his hypo female was a Colombian boa. So anyway, so he's a boa constrictor, but when we took him out, he was in this ball. And one of the vet techs, not nurses, well, nurses is fine, thought he was a ball python. I was like, no, that's just what he does. But he did really well at the vet. The vet was surprised to be poked and prodded at, and he was kind of a chill snake, so he did good. But yeah, the animals, they turned out great, and they're doing wonderful. I just updated him to a 20-gallon tank, which I can show you right there. The Beardy's in a 40-gallon tank. When he's older, he'll need a 75 to 100-gallon tank. But that he has a while. We're not exactly sure, again, the size of the snake, so as he grows, we're just going to kind of adapt the tanks as need be. So, yeah, it's been pretty cool. One last thing I forgot to show you was this shawl pattern. Again, it was translated, so I'm not sure how well it's going to go for me, but it's this beautiful lace shawl pattern. It is free. And I'll put the information where I got it from. I kind of show you the information. Kind of simple lace. There is a chart. I like this chart a little bit better than the other lace chart because this is kind of a universal chart. So this one does not have, it could have a gauge swatch, I don't know. This stuff is, I love lace, and I guess lace is not something we all do. It's usually translated, so. But I'm gonna try. I'm definitely gonna try. I unfortunately I can't use the yarn that they want, but as I'm looking, so I have it, the English part, it's calling for a 3mm crochet hook, and I do not see, so there's no there's no gauge swatch, and so these right here is the American instructions. Here's your chart. That is it for this shawl. So I think it should be a fun crochet. And I think that's what I need, a fun lacework crochet. The other one was fun. It was a YouTube video. I wish it was written down, but it wasn't. But this one is. It should be fun, and I can have fun putting on a even crazier border. So I think it'd be great. And that, my lovely friends, is it for today. So I hope everyone is having an awesome day and do whatever it takes to be awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching, whether you are new or returning viewer. I appreciate the love. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment below. And as always, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.